Hello paper crafters, I'm Sunny Sky and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today I wanted to show you some of the items that you can earn free from the Sale-a-bration catalog. This is our annual sale that runs January through March, and anytime you spend $50 you get to choose one of the items out of this catalog for free. So the card that we're doing today features two of the items in this catalog, this thank you set and also this metallic ribbon. So this metallic ribbon, you get a spool of both the silver and the gold accent, and it's very, very soft and flexible. I really like it. It just looks different in person than it did in the catalog. And then the stamp set, and I got this in wood. You can get this particular one in wood or the unmounted. The case is staying closed there, so. So for this card, you're going to use two pieces of cardstock. It's a pretty simple card, but it's fun because it's embossed. It adds a little extra to it. So you just need your full card in 5.5 by 8.5 and a layer 4 by 5 1/4. And I've chosen several different colors to work with, backgrounds, and then the part that we're going to stamp and emboss on. This one is with the elegant eggplant and the pumpkin pie. But today I thought I would use the Pacific Point and just use the same color for both the front and the background. So whenever you are heat embossing, you always want to use your embossing buddy. It just gets rid of all the static on the cardstock and helps prevent these flecks of metallic powder from sticking where you don't want them. And then the Versamark is our invisible sticky ink. It stays wet longer than the standard dye inks, and that gives you more time to get the powder on and get your impression embossed. So let's see. Thank you. We're going to do this so very much. There are several choices in this stamp set for you to use. And so when I have a larger stamp, I usually just turn my stamp upside down and ink on the top here. And I'm going to line this up a little bit up towards the top of the cardstock so that I'll have room for my ribbon, which is going to run below. Just give it a chance for a good impression. And my embossing powder, I keep in a container that's bigger than a standard card front size so that I can easily get it onto most of my projects. Didn't get it down quite far enough there. There we go. And then just give it a little flick back into the container. Having this larger container helps me keep my mess off of my work surface so that it's just getting the embossing powder where I want to be and I don't have to add some mess. So I'm just going to heat this, and it takes a little while to get started. I've showed embossing on some of my videos before. Isn't that neat? I just love how that turns colors and you can tell when you're done. And then we are going to emboss one more item, and that is on some of this gold foil paper, the So Very Much stamp set. And on this gold foil paper, oh, let me use my embossing buddy. It is a slick paper. It's very smooth, and so your image will try and slide on you. So just be gentle as you're pressing it down, and you should be able to get it done without too much problem. It also does, you can see more of the powder has stayed on there, and so you got to really do your flicking. It makes the embossing buddy extra important when you're working on some of the specialty papers such as the foil or the vellum. And you see my paper did curl a little bit, but that's all right because I'm going to straighten it out if you just press it under a book or something. But I'm going to make the tag and it's going to be hanging off the edge of the card anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. Now this is a punch that we don't carry anymore. And you can see I can already put this in. It's already cooled down enough to do it. But you can use your, if you got the oval set that you can use in your Big Shot, you can do that as well. I just punched it a little bit off center so that I can add a hole for my ribbon to go through. And now it is time for that ribbon. Let's see. I'm going to get the gold because we've used gold embossing powder. And so if you'll just cut about 12 inches off, you can do that, or I keep mine just still attached to the spool. And I'm just wrapping around this cardstock. I'm just going to flip the ribbon so that it will, you have to kind of turn it when you're getting your knot together so that it will actually look straight on the front. This ribbon is very soft, so you do want to have that extra finger down there to kind of hold it in place as you're tying your knot. Okay, so I just did the knot. I have not added the tag yet. And then what I did was just run some ribbon through the tag, through that hole that I punched in the tag. And then I wrap this piece of ribbon around that knot that I've already created. And because this ribbon is nice and flexible, it's going to stay knotted once you get it there, so you don't have to double knot it. I'm just making sure that this knot comes over that existing knot. And this way I've got 2 sets of tails on there rather than one. If I had just put my tag straight through the ribbon that I ran across the card, I'd just have 1 set of tails, but I just want an extra. Okay, and then when I have the background has the ribbon on it, a lot of times I'll take the other piece of cardstock, and I've already pre-scored this in the center. Oh, well, I thought I scored it in the center. Looks like I messed up. Let me grab another one here. See if I did this one right. There we go. Okay, and I'm just going to add adhesive, and I generally do 2 down the long sides, but this time I'm going to put 1 in the center because of that ribbon being there, just to make sure that it stacks well, or sits well. Alright, and there's my finished card. And there's the other one I did, and of course you could do it just as well in silver because we have the silver foil just like the gold foil, and this free ribbon Sale-a-bration set comes with the silver as well as the gold. So I hope you enjoyed that project. Now go have some fun crafting. So there's a quick, elegant card that you can do. I've used this standard background paper. We can use any papers, really. You just want to remember that this stamp set is very fine lines, and so if you had a super busy paper in the background, it wouldn't be as easy to read the words. But again, this stamp set and this ribbon, these are both free items during Sale-a-bration with the $50 purchase of your choice. So you could choose to order some papers as well as other stamp sets or ink pads, whatever you like. So thanks for joining me for this video. Now go have some fun crafting.